Hey everybody, I just wanted to do a quick video this morning. It is September 17th, Friday. We all know what today is. September 17th, 2021. Yeah, they call it triple witching, quadruple witching, whichever one you want to call it. Upper left-hand corner there. It's about 9:30 Central Standard Time here in Texas. We're looking at the E-mini S&P 500 futures. Now I trade the E-micro. I already made a trade this morning, but I'll cover that later on today after the market closes. I want you to notice there at the kind of up there, the upper left. I don't know if you can see it in this screenshot, but so far the range for the day is 42. And I got to tell you, I feel like that's kind of small, okay? Just looking historically, there's usually a day in here somewhere where you get this really huge candlestick. Now, we did kind of get a big candlestick, but let me just take a quick look here. We did get a 62 and a quarter candlestick back a few days, but normally you'll get at least one huge red candlestick when you get into these downtrends, okay? And I mean something like a range of 90 or higher, okay? 80, 90, sometimes it might be 70, but usually 80 or 90 or even higher. Okay, you'll get this massive candlestick. I'm just looking back here at August 18th. We had a range of, well, that was 67 and a half, so maybe. But then back on July 19th, the range was 95 and three quarters. And then back on June 18th, the range was 82. So usually we get a day in here somewhere where the range is, more like 80 or 90. We haven't had that. Now, this is obviously, as I said before, an unusual pullback because you're going into quadruple witching and all that. So you get a lot of weird stuff. The market makers do a lot of weird things to try to, to try to manipulate the market a little bit and shake the tree, so to speak. So, and you got a lot of options and futures contracts and so on and so forth that that today's the last trading day. That they're going to expire at the end of today. So, a lot going on. The market so far got all the way down to 44.30, and I still think that this market probably this downtrend that we're in right now it's kind of moving sideways. I still think low 4400s, maybe even high 43s is doable. But I'm not really too caught up in price. For those that follow my channel and you've been watching my content for a while, I really don't get caught up in price. I just trade what the market gives. I know some people want to know numbers, but anyway, I don't enter trades based on prices, but I still think there's potentially some downside, more downside to this before it's all said and done. And we'll have to wait to see how that goes. Today is just a red hot, and I do mean red hot, smoking day. I mean, you just look at that candlestick. What an amazing day. Opportunity for sure right there. This morning with that candlestick, my goodness. It came out of the gate pretty much on fire. I don't think it even went up this morning at all. Once the market, the intraday market opened up, it just straight down. And if you pay attention to the market, and I said this before, you'll see that the market kind of that pricing actually will come in impulses. It comes in waves. And it'll rebound for a little while, and then it'll come in waves, and then rebound for a while. That's very common when you're in these kind of markets, especially around this type of event. That isn't always necessarily true every day. Some days are kind of quiet and small, and so the way you extract profit out of the market on those days is going to be different. And maybe I'll cover that in another video in the future about, how do I go about extracting profit out of what seems to be very quiet, kind of slow days. You can still profit on those days, and how do you go about doing that? So maybe I'll cover that and some of the things that I do to try to extract profit out of smaller, quieter days. But today is definitely not a small, quiet day. Today is a monster, flush full of red day. So a lot of opportunity for those who, who took advantage of it or timed it right and everything. So we'll see what the rest of the day does. There's still a lot of time left in this day. As they say, the day's still young. So I'm just looking right now at the moment as we're going to finish up this video here. It's at 44.35. The low is 44.30 and a half. So it's still hanging around near the bottom of the range. And If I just had a guess, complete guess, it could go lower. It might. We might get one of those days, where it gets 60, 70, 80 range. We'll have to see what happens. So far, it keeps bumping up against this trend line that's been going on forever and a day, since like way back in May. The same old trend line. So it's kind of smacking up against that right now. I think it will break through that trend line. It could happen today. If it doesn't happen today, I think it'll happen going, whatever, next week. We'll see what happens. I think, as I said yesterday, I still contend that there's more in this on the downside than there is on the upside. But we'll have to see we'll see what happens. I've already closed my position for the day. I don't know if I'll take any more trades. I might not, but I'll definitely share that at the end of the day once the market closes. If I see some other opportunities going on, maybe even in some other futures products, I might take advantage of some of that stuff as well. So, all right, that's it for this morning, guys and gals. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and click the subscribe button. We'll talk to you all again a little bit later on today.